Okay, I think this is working. I filmed a video earlier and realized that there's this weird buzzing sound coming from my camera. I don't have that issue on any of the other apps that record, so it's the camera's or the phone's video recording app. So here I am, refilming day 6 with a new app. So we'll see how it works. I don't know, it's kind of dark. The exposure is kind of dark. I've kind of been playing around with it. Maybe I brighten it a little bit. I don't know. It's neat. I like it a little bit. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I gotta remember what it was I talked about in my last video. I mentioned, this is day 6, which is also the name of a Korean rock group. I could link a video, one of my favorite videos from them, if you're interested. I'll link it, and if you want to check it out, you can check them out. I don't know, so this is day 6 thoughts. I don't really... What are my thoughts for today? My thoughts for today are, as I mentioned, I'm a teacher. I'm actually, if you've noticed, I'm a little more put together today. That's because I showered and dried my hair, but I'm adopting this look. This is what I'm going to call my isolation poof bun mess. I don't know, working on a name, but this is it. This is it for a while. Okay, back to, as I mentioned, I am a teacher, and Kansas, the state of Kansas, is doing a continuous learning plan. And so we were given this. I didn't sneak into my building. I got permission from my super to come in and print it because I wanted the physical copy that I can manipulate and make notes, highlight if I need to. Like I said, I have a master's degree in instructional technology, which was creating web-based instruction. But I still am very much, I like that physical. If there's something I have to, study or work on, I like that physicalness of it. But yeah, that's it. I was trying to think, what did I don't know. What do I talk about in this video? I already spoke my thoughts in the last one, but it didn't work. I talked about, and I can talk about that here on this one, my motorcycle accident that happened almost 12 years ago. Ended up having a brain injury, and I know I'm still affected by that today. My memory, it was a severe concussion, but what had happened was, and I do not, still 12 years later, it'll be 12 years in July, but for all intents and purposes, it's 12 years ago. I went with my boyfriend and another friend, my boyfriend at the time, and another friend. We went on a bike ride. Bike ride. Motorcycles. Not bicycles. Motorcycles. We went, I guess there was a barbecue that we were going to. My friend that I was riding with my boyfriend, but he wanted to be in the front of the group and do wheelies and stuff, and I'm like, not with me on it. So my friend was like, you can ride with me. Oh, okay. I trusted him. I do not remember. So everything that I'm about to tell you is what I've been told happened. It was in Kansas City, Missouri, the Missouri side. We all stopped at this gas station to gather, and we went to... It was weird because I remember it was like a back road in the middle of Kansas City, because there was trees on both sides. One side had more like, there was like a cliff sort of thing, but it wasn't a cliff. I don't know how to describe it. But there's trees and there's some gravel roads that met the asphalt. But a rider in front of us slipped on the gravel and laid their bike over. And my friend, to avoid hitting them, went off and went through the ditch and ended up losing control of his bike. They said that he had pretty good control for a while, but, you know, driving through mud, dirt, sticks, you know, eventually it's going to happen. So we ended up laying our bike over and we slid for quite a while, I'm told. We landed on our right side, but our injuries were on our left side, so we have no idea. The helmet, I still have the helmet as a reminder of why I'm still here. My was scratched up, vents were missing and everything. So PSA, wear your gear. I was also wearing a jacket. I mean, God, it was a hot July day, so like we were dying when we weren't moving, but the jacket prevented any further injuries to my body. My left leg had a pretty decent sized burn on it. That it was still filled with, it was like a 3rd degree burn on my, kind of below my knee. My friend, when it was all puffy and filled with fluid, my friend called it my alien. It was gross looking, but we slid for quite a while. My head hit a tree. Thank God I had my helmet. And my head hitting the tree, I guess, stopped us from continuing to slide into a ravine. That's what I've been told. And, you know, I think my lucky stars, I'm here. Yeah. So from that, because I remember looking at the clock, it was around 1:30, and I woke up about 6:30. So there's a chunk of time that I don't remember. I woke up once in the hospital. I was going into an MRI machine, and I woke up because I got cold. And I remember that's like the first thing that came out of my head, or my mouth, was that I was cold. And I remember them getting me a warm blanket before sticking me into the MRI. I remember them asking if I had any metal, and I said my earrings, and so I had to take those out. Then I passed back out for a little longer, and I woke up to my boyfriend at the time asking me, you know, personal identifying questions and stuff. And I'm a sarcastic person, so when I woke up, came to, I gave her a sarcastic remark, and he was like, "You're awake!" And I'm like, what in the world happened? I have no idea what happened. I still don't remember. They had to cut my favorite pants off me because I thought my leg might have been broken. My favorite pants. Because I wasn't wearing my pants. I was wearing I was wearing like those disposable scrubs. I was like, where are my pants? Those were my favorite pants. They told me they had to cut them off because they thought my leg was broken. Like, severely. I was like, what? So, severe concussion. My best friend had to come pick me up. I had to be on watch for a while because of my concussion. Yeah, it was a grand old time. Oh, excuse me. But I know it affects my memory. I know that's still affected. Because I can be middle talking something and forget. Like it just disappears. Goes off to wherever it goes, and I'm going, come back. Yeah. That's life for me right now. It's very, yeah. So, I don't know. Of course, I'll continue my thoughts. I was looking yesterday and I saw where I had 3 subscribers. I'm very new to this whole YouTube thingy. It's a thingy. The YouTubes. I've got 3 subscribers. I saw that. I was like, wow. I got excited because I seriously didn't think anyone would watch it. I also got a comment. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for subscribing. That made me very happy. I'm like, people are interested in what I have to say, listening to me ramble. Yeah. So I don't know where to go from here. If people are going to follow me and if I'm going to gain followers, should I make a plan of what I talk about? Should I, and that's, I'm going to divert. I read this article about saying it's a good idea during times like these to journal your thoughts, like write them down. But I'm not very good at journaling. I've tried so many times and the book gets abandoned. And then I go back and I'm like, what was I talking about? And that's what I'm going to do with these videos. It's that first-hand resource, you know, going back and looking in the past and saying, how did it feel to live through that? Like, what did you do? And, you know, that's why I started this was, you know, for one, it's social isolation. I'm not talking to anybody. Well, I am, but I'm not physically talking to people. My son, which we played the game of life last night, and I kicked his booty. I swear I had the best luck last night on that game. It's circa 1982, so it's the older version. And there's revenge squares. I don't know if the modern version has revenge squares, which is you sue someone, and since it was just me and him, I had to sue him or send him back 10 spaces. And I was kind, and one time saying, I'm going to pretend that this square is blank because I'm going to put you into bankruptcy. Or he was already mad because he was losing because I landed on that square. On this, there's like 4 squares, revenge squares, and I landed on all 4 of them. And he was so mad because he wanted to win. And after the game was done, he got... Well, I got a phone call. Cut me off. Yay! From spammers. Love spammers. But I was talking about how my son got mad because I was winning and he wanted to win. And when we finished, you know, it's not who finishes first, it's who has the most money at the end. With capitalism, ladies and gentlemen. He was mad because he didn't win. He didn't finish the game first, and I had to explain to him, I was like, you know, it's a game, it's for fun. If you're going to get upset and angry, look at my hair, my hairs. If you're gonna get upset and angry, then we won't play this game again. And he calmed down after that. And so I found a bunch of old games out in my shed that I didn't realize were brought up. There's Monopoly. He has a digital version of Monopoly. I have a Nintendo version of Monopoly board game. I don't know. I like play with my hair because I don't know. It's very soft because I washed it. There's oil in it. I put argan oil, which helps with the moisture because my hair does. I do use heat a lot on it, so it gets dry. So I put argan oils on it. It's also been colored a lot in the past year, so I've gone from orange hair to blonde hair to I tried doing the gray, and it worked for a bit, but I don't know, I don't think I did it right. I think next time if I want to try that, I'm gonna go professional with that. And then to what's now my new natural hair. It had more red in it when I was younger before I got pregnant with my son, and I was like more strawberry. I ran into a friend's mother, it was years ago when she was getting married, and she goes, "Where's your red hair?" And I'm like, I don't know. Like, people remember I had strawberry, and it's faded. I'm just brown. So that's why I colored my hair. But, going going on tangents. So back to, do I make plans on what I talk about? Do I say, this is what I'm going to talk about today? I don't know. This whole thing is new to me. So I don't really know. I don't know. I try to stay current with news. I try to make sure that the news I'm reading is true, doesn't have any false things in it, falsities, that fake news. Yeah. So, I don't know, maybe I'll just make a list of things that I want to talk about from each day. Maybe that'll help me instead of being completely random about stuff. Just make a list of things that I want to talk about and talk about those topics as the days go by. My therapist did reach out to me and was like, well, since the center's closed, no one is allowed on because it's on campus. I live close to a university. She's like, well, we can do via Zoom or we can wait till things open. And I'm like, we can do Zoom. So, yeah, this video, I've got to splice it together, figure out how to do that. If there's any of my 3 subscribers, anything about video editing, let me know if there's anything other than iMovie out there. Actually, I just looking for a good camera video recording app. I found another editing app. Oh, I can't remember what it's called. So I'm gonna give that a shot. See how easy that is to edit and whatnot. So we'll see. Again, I'm not a YouTuber. Well, I'm becoming a YouTuber. My son is mad because I created a YouTube account. I don't know if I said that in this video. If I did, I apologize for saying that twice. I won't let him because he's not 13. So, and even then I'm going to be very, very wary of, he wants to do like the gaming vlogs or whatnot. He's very into gaming. He'll talk to me about the people he follows and I'm like, oh, okay. So, all right. Well, again, as always, be kind to each other and thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your comments. Yeah, so in between doing my continuous learning plan, I will think of topics that I can talk about instead of being random. I don't know, maybe you like my randomness. That's why I'm a noodle brain. All right, be good.